Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time we're taking a look at something called late chunking.
Yeah.
Which is,
late chunking.
It's kind of revolutionizing how AI is working with these big, long, complicated documents that we all just hate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a way of ensuring that the AI doesn't miss the forest for the trees.
Right.
You know, imagine you're reading like a really dense report.
Okay.
And you're trying to find out, like, what's the population of Berlin?
Okay.
The older methods of AI might chop up that text into really small chunks.
Yeah.
And if the word Berlin and, like, the actual population number aren't in the same chunk, it might totally miss that connection.
Wow. Yeah.
So late chunking is all about solving that.
I can relate to that problem so much.
Right.
All my research notes are just these weird connections
Yeah.
that only I see.
It's all about context.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does this late chunking actually work?
Well, it uses what are called long context embedding models. And these models, they can read basically pages and pages of text at once.
Wow.
We're talking like 8,192 tokens, which is roughly equivalent to 10 pages.
Oh, wow.
And so the trick here is instead of chopping up the text before you feed it to the model,
Right.
you actually give the whole text to the model first.
Okay.
And then you figure out the chunks later on at a deeper level.
So you're giving it like the big picture.
Exactly.
And then it can drill down from there.
Yeah, it's like reading a whole book.
Right.
And then going back and analyzing the chapters.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you're preserving these relationships between different parts of the text.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been lost if you chopped it up too early.
Especially with like technical reports.
Exactly.
Where every little detail matters.
Especially with longer documents.
Right.
The longer the document, the more crucial that context is.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So late chunking sounds like it's the hero we all need for information overload. Does it require any kind of special training for these embedding models?
That's the best part.
Okay.
It doesn't. You're actually leveraging the existing power of these long context models without any additional training.
Wow.
It's a clever change in the process.
That's impressive.
Not building something entirely new.
So less work for us.
Exactly.
More efficient AI.
That's right.
Are there any catches?
Well, like with any tool, there's always nuances.
Oh, yeah.
Choosing the right embedding model is key.
Oh.
Some models are specifically built for this kind of task.
Okay.
Like Gina embeddings v2 small n.
Okay.
Or Nomic v1.
So you can't just like grab any old model and expect it to work.
No, you need to make sure that it can handle these long stretches of text.
Right.
And it uses a technique called mean pooling.
Right.
And that it provides these granular token-level embeddings.
Gotcha.
Without those late chunking won't be as effective.
So model selection is really important.
Absolutely.
Now, I remember reading somewhere about another method for this context problem.
Yes.
Called contextual retrieval.
Right.
How does that compare?
So in contextual retrieval, what you're doing is you're using a large language model
Mm-hmm.
to actually add extra context to each chunk before you embed it.
Okay.
So it's almost like the large language model is giving a little summary
Interesting.
for each piece of the puzzle.
So they're both trying to solve the same problem.
Yeah.
But late chunking just seems like it's more straightforward.
Yeah, it's more efficient.
Okay.
Late chunking doesn't require this extra LLM step.
Right.
Which means it's faster and requires less storage.
I like efficiency.
Yeah.
Have there been any real-world tests to show how well it does?
Yeah. Gina AI actually did some evaluations.
Okay.
And they found that late chunking consistently outperformed these traditional methods on standard benchmarks.
Wow.
Yeah. And what's interesting is the bigger the documents get, the more the results improve.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Imagine using this for research.
Yeah.
Like digging through these massive reports.
Absolutely.
Or even building a better search engine.
I mean, this could change how we find and understand information.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Absolutely. It's really changing things. This simple idea.
Yeah.
One area where it's really shining is in something called Retrieval Augmented Generation.
Oh, yeah. RAG.
RAG for short.
That's where you're using a large language model to answer questions based on this huge amount of information.
Exactly.
It's like a superpowered research assistant.
Yeah, and traditional RAB systems.
Yeah.
They relied on those older chunking methods.
Right. Which we know can cause problems.
Exactly.
So you swap in late chunking,
right.
the LLM gets a much better understanding.
Much richer understanding.
It's getting the whole story.
Exactly.
Not just little sound bites.
Imagine asking a RAG system like,
Okay.
what drove revenue growth in Q2
Okay.
based on a company's annual report? The traditional methods might miss the explanation.
Right.
If it's not directly next to the mention of Q2.
Because the why might be somewhere else.
Yeah, could be in a totally different section.
Even though it's super important to the answer.
Exactly. Late chunking makes sure those connections aren't lost.
So it's like the difference between getting a quick summary
right.
and like really deeply understanding.
Absolutely.
That's powerful stuff.
It is.
And this isn't just for finance, right?
No. This could apply to all sorts of fields.
Yeah.
From legal research to scientific literature analysis.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It feels like the applications are limitless.
Yeah.
You mentioned semantic search before.
Yes.
How does late chunking fit into that?
Well, semantic search is all about finding information
Right.
that matches the meaning of your query.
Not just the keywords.
Not just the keywords.
But like what I really mean when I'm searching?
Exactly. And late chunking plays a key role in making that happen.
Because traditional search just misses.
It misses those subtle connections that we make as humans.
Yeah, like synonyms.
Right.
Or when I'm implying something.
Yeah.
But not saying it directly.
You got it.
Late chunking helps the search engine get that.
It allows it to grasp those nuances.
Okay.
It can see relationships between concepts, even if they're not explicitly stated.
So it's like it's reading between the lines.
Exactly.
It understands the deeper meaning.
Like if you search for sustainable farming practices,
Okay.
a standard search might only find exact matches.
Right.
But with late chunking, it could also understand that organic farming or regenerative agriculture are part of the same concept.
So I could get much better results.
Much more relevant.
Even if they don't have the exact words I used.
Exactly. It's about moving beyond simple keyword matching.
Right.
And going towards a deeper understanding of the user's intent.
That's a game changer.
And this isn't limited to text either.
Oh, really?
Researchers are exploring how late chunking can improve search in other areas.
Like what?
Like image retrieval.
Wow.
Or audio analysis.
So it's not just about words.
No.
It's about understanding context.
It's about applying this concept of contextual understanding to all sorts of data.
That just blows my mind.
Yeah.
The possibilities seem limitless.
We're just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Imagine searching for images.
Okay.
Based on their emotional tone.
Wow.
Or finding music that evokes a specific feeling.
That is incredible.
It sounds like late chunking could change how we interact with information.
On a fundamental level.
I think so, too.
And it's being used right now.
It is.
To solve real problems.
Real world problems.
Amazing.
One area that really stands out is legal research.
Yeah. Legal documents.
Yeah.
They're so long and complicated.
Notoriously long and complex.
I mean, you imagine.
Full of jargon.
Yeah.
And intricate arguments.
Trying to search through all that.
It's a challenge.
Yep. But late chunking is proving to be a powerful tool for legal professionals.
Like imagine trying to find all the cases where a specific precedent was cited.
Right.
Not just mentioned.
Right.
But actually used in a different context.
Exactly.
That's a level of nuance.
Yeah.
That normal search would just miss.
Traditional search would probably miss.
Yeah.
It's not just about finding the words.
Yeah.
It's about understanding their legal significance.
Late chunking allows you to do that.
It allows the system to understand those connections.
Okay.
It can capture the relationship between the citation of a precedent and the surrounding legal arguments.
Even if it's pages apart.
Even if they're spread across pages.
So it's like having a research assistant.
It is.
That can go through and highlight all the important stuff for you.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And this can help lawyers build stronger arguments.
Wow.
Identify potential risks in contracts.
Okay.
And even automate some legal tasks. This is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like late chunking is giving us superpowers.
It's impactful.
When it comes to information.
Yeah. It's not just about efficiency.
Yeah.
It's about improving access to information.
Right.
And making better decisions.
This whole conversation has been so inspiring. It's just amazing to see how this simple tweak to how AI processes information can have such a huge impact.
The elegance of late chunking is definitely part of its appeal.
It's working with the strengths.
It's about working with the strengths of these models.
Of AI.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to force it to do something it doesn't want to do.
And that trust in the model's ability to capture that context is what leads to these impressive results.
That's a good point.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most effective solutions are also the most elegant.
Yeah.
And this idea of letting go, of trusting the model to do its thing is something we can all learn from.
That's a beautiful thought.
Speaking of surprises, what about this idea of late chunking beyond text?
Oh, yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. Yeah, it's like we can use this idea of understanding of the context, but for all kinds of data.
Exactly. Like imagine applying late chunking to a video.
Okay.
Instead of analyzing individual frames or scenes in isolation, you could let the AI process the whole video, understanding the narrative flow, the character interactions, even the emotional arc of the story.
So it's getting the whole movie.
It's getting the whole picture.
Before it tries to understand the individual pieces.
Exactly. And it opens up some really exciting possibilities for how we search for and understand video content.
That's what I was thinking.
Like imagine being able to search not just for keywords or visual features, but for videos that evoke a certain feeling.
Okay.
Or ones that demonstrate like teamwork and collaboration.
We could get to the heart of it.
Yeah, you could tap into those deeper layers of meaning.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, it would.
Like searching for videos that inspire you.
Exactly.
Or ones that make you laugh.
You got it.
And this isn't just for video.
No, this could be applied to music.
Oh, wow.
You know, identifying recurring motifs, emotional shifts.
Okay.
Even influences from different genres.
Or analyzing scientific data.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Like astronomical observations or genomic sequences.
To find patterns we might have missed.
To uncover those hidden patterns and anomalies.
So we're talking about a totally new way of interacting with information.
It really highlights the power of this idea.
It's pretty simple when you think about it.
It is. It's a simple but elegant idea.
Just changing when the AI breaks things down.
It's about letting go of those rigid boundaries we often impose on data.
And letting the AI see the big picture.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And the best part is,
yeah,
it works without having to retrain those massive AI models.
That's a huge plus.
It is a huge win for efficiency.
I'm so glad we did this deep dive.
Me too.
This is fascinating.
It's really exciting to see where this technology is going.
It feels like we're on the verge of search engines that don't just find keywords.
Yay.
But actually understand what we mean.
It's about connecting the dots.
And giving us truly insightful results.
Exactly. It makes you wonder about the limits of late chunking.
Yeah. Where else can we take this?
We focused on text.
Right.
But could this work for other types of data?
What if we used it
to
understand what's missing?
That's a fascinating thought.
Not just what's there.
Yeah, using late chunking not to find answers, but to identify gaps in our knowledge.
To help us ask better questions.
Exactly. It's like using AI to guide us towards new and uncharted territories of knowledge.
This has been an amazing conversation.
It has.
I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too.
It's incredible to see how such a simple idea can have such a huge impact on how we understand the world. It's a reminder that the most powerful technologies are often the ones that help us see things in new ways.
Well said.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.
Into the world of late chunking.
Thank you for having me.
We hope you've enjoyed exploring this fascinating topic with us.
Absolutely.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Couldn't agree more.
Until next time.